All right, moving on to your relationship and marriage lines. That area just above the flirt lines, just below the bottom ring of that Mercury or that little finger, are your relationships and your marriages. These horizontal lines sit between the top of the heart line and the bottom of the ring on that little finger. There's a timeline there, and you divide these up into 3 sections. Now, coming up from the bottom, that first section is your 20s and 30s, the middle section is your 40s and 50s, and that third section is 60 and above. You'll read those lines beginning from the back of the hand, which is the start of the relationship or the marriage, towards the palm, which is later on. The lighter lines will be relationship lines, and the darker ones, the more prominent lines, will stand out and have a great density and color to them, reflect your marriages. Okay, now as we take a look at the horizontal lines on the edge of your hand, I'll see a couple of little relationships there, and then we see a really strong marriage line. And it's got some good color to it, goes along nice and consistent. You don't see any big breaks in the line or islands, so it goes along pretty good. And then you've got a little relationship there, way up later in your life, up there in your late 70s. Now the children lines come down vertically from the bottom of that ring around the Mercury finger, and you count them from the inside of your palm to the outer edge. And these can be biological children, stepchildren, adopted, godchildren, or nieces and nephews. Any child that you build a strong bond with. Now as we take a look at those little vertical lines, those are the children lines. They come down from the ring around that little finger, that Mercury finger. You see the 2 children lines, then there's a little gap, and there's a few lines behind that. Those are grandchildren lines. We usually don't count those in the grandparents' hands. We get a better count of those if we look at the children's hands. But they look like a couple of pretty robust lines, a good bond.